Hello and welcome. My name is Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about the Manticore exotic submachine gun and the exotic catalyst for this weapon that you can receive for free or by purchasing the Battle Pass in Season 19 or Season of the Seraph for Destiny 2. Now, we are going to be talking about the fastest ways to complete the catalyst, and I'll give you guys tips and stuff along the way of myself completing it. But to actually unlock the weapon and to be able to pick up the catalyst and start your progress, you need to open up your map. Then we're going to go over to the seasonal section here, season 19. If you have purchased the battle pass or the season, then you have the ability to claim the Manticore right away at level 1 without having to do any extra steps. However, if you are on the free version of the season or the battle pass, then we're going to have to go to level 35 here, and you're going to have to get to level 35 before you can claim the catalyst and start to work on it. So once we have claimed the weapon, we're going to go to the tower courtyard. Once we get here, we're going to look to the right, and we're going to see the exotic symbol right here at Banshee. So we go over and talk to Banshee. Once we open this up here, we will see this quest here, the Valentium. If I probably pronounced that wrong, I always pronounce everything wrong. Don't roast me. And this is how we officially pick up the catalyst. So it starts off as a catalyst quest, and we open up our quest tab. We'll see that we now have the catalyst quest here, and we have to reconstruct the Manticore's catalyst by defeating enemies with SMGs while airborne. So for step 1, I didn't realize, but the actual SMG itself is completely based around aerial combat and basically floating in the air. So if you look on the left-hand side of my screen right now, you see I have the anti-grav repulsor. So if I'm standing on the ground and I kill an enemy, you see that that little bar goes up and it's increased a little bit. Now, what I can do is jump in the air and then aim and shoot, and my gun wings go out, and I'm now floating in the air. So while I'm floating in the air, if I'm killing enemies, then I stay floating in the air for longer. However, if I stop killing enemies, then a couple seconds after that, I will drop out of the air, and I will have to jump into the air again. Now, it should be noted that while you are in the air, so if I jump here and go in the air, even though I'm getting kills here, the bar on the left is still going down. So to refresh that, all you have to do is simply get kills with your feet on the ground. So if I kill this witch here, you can see that the bar went up. Kill that, it went up even further. And then I can simply jump in the air, aim and shoot again, and the wings come out and I'm floating through the air. So it is incredibly easy to get the 50 kills, and I honestly did it on the very first mission, like story mission. As soon as I got this weapon, it is really, really easy. So again, jump in the air, shoot, and while you're in the air, if you're shooting people, then you stay in the air. You can see that I stopped, but if I go in the air again, then I can float again. Okay, so step 2. So here we need to collect collaboration data, so we need to get 200 for that, and we also need to get targets defeated. So for this here, for the collaboration data generated, you do not need to have this weapon equipped. You can simply use whatever weapons you want and complete Nightfalls, Gambit matches, or Crucible matches. Now, as always, it does say that higher tier Nightfall completions, Crucible, and Gambit wins will provide you with more progression. And also, if we go into the Season Pass, just like always, if we look down at the bottom here, and we go through to rank 11, we will get double the objective progression earned within the Season Exotic Pass Weapon Catalyst quest. So this will double what we receive on a loss and a win. And then if we go through here to level 22 in the pass, it will quadruple what we get, the progression that we get for the Season Pass Exotic Weapon quest. So if you own the Season Pass, I would highly recommend that you wait grinding out the calibration data until you get to at least level 22 for the season or level 22 in the pass, which unlocks the maximum amount of progress that you can get, and it will make the amount of things that you have to do a lot quicker. Now, if you have a team or you have no problems LFGing, you can just do high tier Nightfalls, and you can get this done very quickly once you hit level 22 in the pass. Now, it's a little bit different for Crucible and Gambit, Gambit matches take a lot longer than Crucible matches do, but if you have a good PvE team, you can do very well in Gambit and melt the bosses very quickly. But for Crucible, if you're an incredible Crucible player and you win most of your matches, then you can very easily go through and get the calibration data that you need. However, for the average player, I would just recommend going through and completing your seasonal challenges. So we have some here for Crucible. This here is for Gambit. So simply complete those. And while you're going through and maybe trying to level up to get the progression to unlock the seasonal weapon or the seasonal weapon ornaments, then you'll naturally just get this progression here for the calibration data. And the same thing goes if you're on the destinations here and you're just trying to complete the powerful rewards to level yourself up. You will just naturally gain progress here by completing these activities and gaining the powerful rewards and pinnacle rewards from them. And for the targets defeated, I would highly recommend that you just have the weapon equipped while you do the weekly story mission. So for me, while I did the first 9 steps of the weekly story mission, I managed to get 59% progress for targets defeated. And I did very quickly just test it. You do need to use the specific SMG itself to go through and get the progress. If you do really enjoy Crucible, then defeating Guardians with SMGs with this SMG in the Crucible does give a lot of progress. I think it gives 3 or 4% per kill, which is kind of nice. But obviously, for those who do not enjoy Crucible or who don't like using SMGs in the Crucible, it's not going to be very fun, and I would highly recommend just killing mobs. Now, the spot that I go to, if I'm not doing like quests and things like that, which I'm probably just going to finish this out by doing strikes and stuff, but it's on the moon here. I always go up to the Sorrow's Harbor area, and you can simply go to these events here. So we go to the one with the big crystal. We run over there, and there will just be a ton of enemies that spawn. What you can actually do is make yourself fail the first tier, and that way you'll get a bunch of low tier enemies, and there won't really be any high level ones. But anyways, guys, that is how you can go through and grind out your Catalyst quickly for the Manticore Exotic SMG for Season 19 or Season of the Seraph in Destiny 2. I hope this video helped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody.